Right now in Good Morning Northwest, the update on the wildfire that knocked out power for 14,000 people. Also, how many acres it burned. And the Richland Police Department releases new pictures of a suspected hit and run, a driver that left one person hospitalized. Do you recognize the car? And a Tri-Cities food truck hotspot is set for another location. All those details coming up. Plus, meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. The time is 5 a.m. on Thursday, May 9th. We'll check in now on your forecast with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. Tiffany, I hear we might be hitting some warmer temperatures today. I know it's chilly right now, but what can you tell us?
We're going to be a good 10, 12 degrees warmer than what we saw yesterday afternoon, Jessica. So yesterday, we kind of hovered right around that 70-degree mark. Areas in the blues saw highs in the 60s. Well, almost everyone will be in the 80s today. And we're taking a live look outside of our Dust Devil Skycam in Pasco. Wall to wall, clear sky. I was going to say sunshine, but the sun doesn't rise until 5:30. So the sky pretty bright already at 5 a.m. Now, our temperatures are hovering in the 40s for the most part, so a chilly start as we're expecting. 44 in Tri-Cities, 44 in Walla Walla, 42 at Hanford, 43 in Yakima, 42 degrees in Toppenish. So our low temperatures will be moderating over the next couple of nights as well as our temperatures continue to rise during the afternoon. So here's what you can expect on your Thursday. You'll need that light jacket this morning. Temperatures in the lower 50s at 8 o'clock in Yakima, lower 70s by noon, so take your lunch outside. Highs around 80 degrees in the Yakima Valley. Tri-Cities will put it up into the lower 80s by 5 o'clock. Low humidity, a fantastic afternoon. Walla Walla, lower 50s this morning, upper 60s by noon, and after being in the 60s yesterday, we'll finally warm things up into the upper 70s today. But we've been talking about those 90s. We could hit 90 degrees for the first time this year. We'll let you know when, and we'll also have your hot Mother's Day forecast coming up in a bit. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. And now to your top morning headlines. Pacific Power reports electricity has been restored to homes in Yakima and Selah after a wildfire yesterday. The fire happened just off I-82 near Harlan Landing just after 2:30 p.m. Fire crews from Selah, Yakima, East Valley, the Yakima Training Center, and Glebe got to the scene where the fire was spreading quickly. About 14,000 people in Yakima, Glebe, and Selah had power outages. The fire burned about 100 acres, and the cause is still under investigation. And it is Wildfire Awareness Month, and while the National Interagency Fire Center is not currently predicting a high risk of significant wildland fires in eastern Washington, one power company is working to lower the risk even more. Avista says it's going to start shutting off the power in certain conditions, like extremely dry and windy weather. Investigators say a tree limb fell on an Avista line during a windstorm back in 2020, sparking the fire that leveled the town of Malden. Avista says they're taking that into consideration as they work to prevent future fires.
We've increased our patrols of all of our lines and all of our vegetation, and so we're looking at in the high fire risk areas, we're getting eyes on that vegetation at least once a year.
If Avista has to turn the power off this summer or fall, they plan to have crews go out and inspect power lines to make sure they're not damaged, and that's before they turn the electricity back on. Officials say that process could take anywhere from a few hours to several days. And a fire heavily damaged a home in Hermiston, and the family's pet did not make it out in time. Firefighters with Umatilla County Fire District 1 were called to a home on Southwest 9th Street just after 9:30 yesterday morning. Firefighters say when they got to the scene, smoke was pouring out from the eaves of the house. Fire crews were able to put out the fire, and after searching the home, they found a dog unresponsive, and that's despite trying to bring it back. They say the dog died at the scene. Crews from Umatilla Rural Fire Protection District and the Echo Fire Department also responded, and nobody was hurt, and the cause of the fire is under investigation. And authorities in Grant County say a local big box retailer was targeted by a swatting call. Around 12:40 p.m., authorities in and around Grant County and nearby Adams County responded to the Ephrata Walmart after reports of an active shooter. The store was evacuated for nearly an hour, and authorities say they got a call from someone saying there was a person shooting at the store, but it ended up being a hoax, also known as a swatting call. An investigation into who made the call is underway. Now to a follow-up on a story we first brought to you on Monday. The Richland Police Department has released pictures of a suspected car involved in a hit and run that happened Sunday morning. Investigators say the car in these pictures was caught on surveillance video crashing into a person who was crossing Columbia Center Boulevard around 1:30 in the morning. The person was taken to the hospital with serious injuries, and their current condition is not yet known. Authorities say the car looks to be black and may be a Toyota Avalon or a Lexus. And the vehicle has distinctive silver trim around the windows and will have damage to the front and possibly passenger side mirror. Yakima Police Chief Matt Murray says he's retiring at the end of June. Murray became chief of the Yakima Police Department in 2019. Earlier this year, he told Apple Valley News Now that Yakima has seen overall crime decrease since he took office. He says there has been an increase in drug and domestic violence crimes, but attributed that to better enforcement efforts. The interim city manager says they'll start looking soon for an interim police chief, whether that's inside or outside the department.
In-house, people would know that person. There's some advantages to it. However, it kind of shorts staff where we're already short. So we need to consider some of those things, talk to command staff, see what their sense is about things.
He says they'll also start looking for a new chief, but won't be making any decisions until they hire a permanent city manager, which will take at least a couple of months. And it's National Nurses Week, and as we've told you many times in the past 4 years, we're seeing a shortage of nurses at every level. Officials at Columbia Basin College in Pasco tell us its Nurses Associate's degree program was one of the first they offered all the way back in the 1950s. The nursing program director says they're working to give future registered nurses a strong start.
Once they're accepted into the nursing program, our foundation has scholarships for all of our nursing students that are in the program. And so it really helps with the cost of the program. We have supports in disability support services. We have academic support services, lots of different resources that kind of wrap around the student to help them be successful in the program.
As of right now, the college can only accept 50 students into its program, but plans to expand are in the works. The program director also says many of the graduates stay right here in Central Washington communities. Summer's Hub of Kennewick, often nicknamed the Hub, opened a couple of years ago as we were coming out of the pandemic, and now it's looking to expand. The owner of the Hub tells us he's preparing to open a second location across the river in Pasco. He's planning a similar setup with food trucks and says there's already a wait list of vendors hoping for a spot.
Second location is going to be located off of Burden Boulevard in the Gisa Stadium parking lot, so right in front of the baseball stadium, right adjacent next to the track, and it's perfect for serving all the people that go to the soccer games, baseball games, softball games, track, and the local community surrounding that area with all the houses and developments going in. It's going to be fantastic for everyone.
He says the Pasco location won't be exactly the same as the Hub in Kennewick, and we'll talk more about that in our 6 o'clock hour of Good Morning Northwest. And straight ahead, Miss Teen USA is now giving up her crown. This just days after Miss USA made her departure announcement. Why people are scrutinizing the status of the pageant and program and looking at a secret message in one of their social media posts. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with that.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Apple Valley Eats.
All right, so my job here is the food and beverage executive chef. I've been here 10 years. Started off here as an entry-level cook. I was given the opportunity to step into the executive chef role, which is the position that I'm in. I've been in that position for about 6 years now, almost. What I do here, I handle not so much the day-to-day operations, but everything that goes into the menu planning, the SOPs for all of the cooks, recipes, ensuring all the recipes are all the same, the consistency, the vision of the food and beverage department as far as the aesthetics, what is it gonna look like, what does the food preparation look like. We have everything from catering, fast food, employee meals, which is a cafeteria style setting, and then obviously our bread and butter, what we do, a buffet here at Legends. What we like to do here is try to keep our team members happy, try to be versatile with them, try to be flexible, whatever needs that they may have. We try to accommodate. We do have childcare here on property, so if somebody needs to drop their kids off at childcare, that option's always there. You could come into our department with no experience at all, but we're going to show you how to hold a knife, we're going to show you how to cut vegetables, we're going to show you how to cut meat, we're going to show you how to use all the equipment. Is the comfort of knowing that I'm going to have my consistent 40 hours a week, and that goes from everywhere from a dishwasher all the way up to my position. It's another benefit of working here at Legends. I like to think of it more as a career rather than a job.
Dishwasher on the fritz, laundry giving you fits, a water heater that quits. In a world without Culligan, hard water makes life harder. Get a Culligan softener, the world's best. Put your water worries to rest.
For 600 different cigars and 120 fine pipe tobaccos, it's The Educated Cigar. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado, it's The Educated Cigar. For 200 accessories, including dozens of humidors and fine pipes, it's The Educated Cigar. At The Educated Cigar, you can enjoy your favorite adult beverage and food from the on-site bar and restaurant while smoking and viewing the big game. Family owned and operated since 1998, open 7 days a week.
Thank you to our incredible community for 5 years of unwavering support. At Morphine Law Firm, we're committed to justice for all, and that's just one of the reasons why we offer free consultations. Call us today at Morphine Law Firm.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Need a new furry pal? It's Operation Best Friend from Apple Valley News Now. Each Wednesday, we'll feature lovable pets from area shelters wanting forever homes. Operation Best Friend from Windermere Group 1 and Apple Valley News Now.
This newscast sponsored by Washington State Department of Revenue's Working Families Tax Credit.
Welcome back. In your health headlines this morning, for the second time in as many days, a major resignation at the Miss USA organization. Now Miss Teen USA is giving back her crown, and Andrew Dimbert reports it's raising more questions about how the organization is being run.
New Jersey! After only 7 months, Miss Teen USA 2023 is relinquishing her crown. 17-year-old Uma Sofia Servastava stepping away from the role, saying, "I find that my personal values no longer fully align with the direction of the organization." The 11th grader announcing she'll focus instead on her advocacy for education and acceptance.
I didn't always feel accepted, which is why I wrote my children's book, The White Jaguar, and I was able to make it multilingual to represent my cultures. And I want to share the message to empower people to embrace what makes them unique.
Her announcement comes just 2 days after Miss USA, Noelia Voigt, gave up her crown, citing her mental health. Voigt releasing a statement on Instagram, her eagle-eyed followers spotting a hidden message. The first letters of each sentence spells, "I am silenced." Voigt's former social media director spoke out on Good Morning America, describing a toxic environment at the Miss USA organization, which oversees both Miss USA and Miss Teen USA.
It was a series of aggressive behaviors towards the title holders and also the employees.
The Miss USA organization calls the accusations false, saying Miss USA is committed to fostering a safe, inclusive, and supportive environment.
As for the departing Miss Teen USA, she did not elaborate on her claims about the organization's values. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, another round of deadly storms across the country. We have the latest on the storms in Tennessee and North Carolina. Plus, meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your first alert full forecast of what it's looking like locally, and I'll give you a sneak peek. It's looking good. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
The journey home can look a little different to everyone. That's why our expert technicians are here to make sure that wherever you feel at home, whether it's when you're hard at work, surrounded by loved ones, or cheering them on from the sidelines, you get there. Because we know a vehicle is really more than a vehicle. It's your way home.
Drive home in a certified pre-owned Mercedes-Benz with financing as low as 2.99%. Visit us at our new urban wine bar in historic downtown Kennewick. Choose from a variety of wines and food from our expanded menu. Enjoy time with friends old and new. After hours with riverfront views from our shaded patio, we are Mireille Gaston Wine Bar.
It's time to save big at Broadmoor RV Superstore in Pasco. The Forest River Adventure Fest sale, May 17th through the 19th. Get a new Forest River Salem. Was $24,000, now just $16,990. A new 2024 R-Pod Classic, sale priced as low as $21,990. How about a new 27-foot Coachman Freelander, sale priced at just $89,990. The Forest River Adventure Fest sale, May 17th through the 19th at Broadmoor RV in Pasco.
Is your closet cramped and cluttered? Well, now there's Space Triangles, the clever new hanging device that fits over any hanger to save you closet space in seconds. And now may be your last chance to get them for a low price. Now you can vertically hang multiple items, guaranteeing that you'll have up to 70% more space in your closet. Your closet can go from messy to marvelous in no time with ease. The ingenious slip-over design secures the hangers vertically. It snugly fits all types of hangers to save you space. Order now to get an 18-piece set of Space Triangles for just $9.99. But wait, due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, this may be your last chance to get Space Triangles at this low price. There is a strict limit of 1 closet pack per order while supplies last. Once they're gone forever. Order now.
Call 1-800-587-3514. Call or visit spacetriangles.com. So call 1-800-587-3514 now.
Your mom definitely expresses her affection through food. I mean, when I make something, I make it with resentment.
Next live, Atlas star Simu Liu, plus Elspeth's Carrie Preston.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Enjoy bowling here at Triple Play, where fun is always in season. French fries are fun, which is always in season here at Triple Play. Speaking of fun, did you know it's always in season at Triple Play?
Dude, what's with dropping the tagline?
The marketing ladies wanted me to push it.
What did they offer you?
5 pizzas.
Gonna share, right?
Of course.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including go-karts, mini golf, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
Oh, thanks.
Visit Cougar Bay Preserve on Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We've been talking about the warm up, which will begin today. But the weekend is looking like the hottest period in our 7-day forecast. And we've been talking about 90s because I think there's a chance we could hit 90 degrees this weekend. So what is the typical average date of our first 90-degree day? Well, it's in May for many locations. Tri-Cities, May 21st. Hermiston, May 24th. Now we have the last day of the month for Yakima and Pendleton, and Walla Walla a little bit later by a few days, June 2nd. So I think we're going to hit 90 degrees a little bit ahead of schedule this year. But we have seen those 90s as early as April and as late as July in some years. We're taking a live look out of our studio camera in Kennewick. A beautiful start on this Thursday. We're about 10 minutes away from the official sunrise as it continues to rise earlier and earlier. 5:30, the official sunrise this morning. So our temperatures right now are in the low and middle 40s, but they'll warm up pretty quickly once that sun rises. So we're at 44 in Walla Walla, 44 Tri-Cities, 43 in Prosser, 43 in Yakima, and 40 degrees in Hermiston and in Pendleton. We're not going to have to worry about the wind today, so winds already between 5 and about 10 miles per hour, and they'll stay within that range through the afternoon hours. High pressure is starting to build offshore, and things are quiet across the Pacific Northwest. Other than just a couple of rain showers moving across the state of Montana, we are going to keep it dry today and for the next several days, all thanks to this area of high pressure. Remember, high pressure promotes sinking air. That's why we'll see plenty of sunshine today, and our warm-up begins as this ridge of high pressure starts to build in from the south and west. Warming trend continues tomorrow as this area of high pressure strengthens in the upper levels, and Saturday looks like the hottest day with that high overhead of our region. And then we'll start to see temperatures come down a little bit as that area of high pressure breaks down. So today, sunny and much warmer compared to yesterday. Remember, yesterday we saw highs in the upper 60s, lower 70s. Today, most of us will be in the lower 80s. So expect a good 10-degree jump from yesterday afternoon. 82 for your high in the Tri-Cities, 82 at Hanford, 80 in Toppenish and in Yakima. And the foothills of the Blues, still a little bit cooler, but much better than yesterday with highs in the upper 70s, 77 in Dayton and 78 degrees for your high in Walla Walla. Mainly clear tonight, but as our high temperatures rise, so will the low temperatures, so it's not going to be quite as cold this time tomorrow morning. 48 for your low in the Tri-Cities as you're waking up tomorrow. 49 in Walla Walla, 50 in Connell, Hanford, and in Prosser, and 49 in Toppenish, 47 in Yakima. Tomorrow, we're looking at highs to be even higher. We expect those numbers to be in the mid to upper 80s. 86 Tri-Cities, 85 in Yakima, lower 80s in the foothills of the Blues. And we do have pretty good opportunities to spot the ISS, not only tomorrow, but through the weekend. So the next pass, that's going to be a pretty good view, will be tomorrow at 10:19. The sky should be clear. It'll be a 7-minute pass, which is pretty long for the ISS. Maximum height in the sky, 75 degrees, so almost straight up. And it'll be traveling from the southwest to the east-northeast. What about your Mother's Day planner? Well, we're talking about the 90s. If you take a mom out to breakfast, it'll be in the 60s. If you want to eat outside, I do in an early lunch because temperatures will be in the 80s then. And then for dinner time, we're looking at highs in the 90s. And it looks like we'll see those 90s come to an end this weekend with 80s next week as that high breaks down. 80 today in Yakima, 85 tomorrow, and then 90 on Saturday, 87 on Mother's Day. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. And it's looking good locally weather-wise, not so much across the country. So a new round of deadly storms reported tornadoes touching down in the U.S. for the 14th consecutive day. Rhiannon Alley says at least 3 people have been killed across Tennessee and North Carolina.
This morning, the days-long severe weather outbreak has left a trail of destruction across yet another region of the U.S.
Violent tornado! Violent tornado!
Multiple tornadoes reported in Tennessee last night, killing at least 1 person in Maury County. Video from above reveals the power of the storm. Weather radar indicates the tornado lifted debris 20,000 feet into the air, trapping people in damaged homes. North of Knoxville, the sheriff in Claiborne County says a man was killed when his car was hit by a falling tree. A tornado also hitting communities around Clarksville. In Arkansas, this EF2 twister was caught on camera in Hot Springs. 13 tornadoes were spotted in 7 states yesterday alone, marking the 14th consecutive day that a twister has touched down in the U.S. A state of emergency also declared in Gaston County, North Carolina last night, where a powerful storm took down highway signs and power lines. 1 person was killed by a falling tree.
If you go by Sims Park, the winds were so strong that it blew the wall down. So there's a lot that's happened here in Gaston County. They were catastrophic.
Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
Again, the severe weather is not over yet. The highest risk for tornadoes today will be in Alabama and Georgia. And when we return on Good Morning Northwest, great news for Coldplay fans. And who isn't a Coldplay fan? We have what the band is up to and more, and that's all coming up in your Hollywood Minute.
It's Ford SUV season. Time to get out there and take on adventure in a whole new way. Let's get going. Get 0 for 72 and $3,000 cash on an Escape or $3,000 on a Mustang Mach-E. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Why do you Goodwill? Well, there are countless reasons.
Goodwill makes it easy to support my ongoing creative projects at home with their affordable items.
To be environmentally friendly through upcycling, reusing, and recycling.
For the chance to uncover brand new items at unbelievable prices.
Goodwill means being economical with my money.
With hundreds of reasons to shop at Goodwill, you can feel great about knowing 95.7 cents of every dollar you spend helps your community. Goodwill. Donate, shop, impact locally.
When it comes to remodeling your bath, there's fact and there's fiction. Fiction, it's too expensive to remodel your bath. Fact, with Bath Fitter's hundreds of design options, you'll get the bath you want to fit your budget. Fiction, bath remodels take forever and tear the house apart. Fact, Bath Fitter installation takes just 1 day to fit your schedule. Get the bath that fits you. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Make your first move with battery power made by Steel. Right now, save $50 on select battery lawnmower sets. Real Steel. Find yours.
A lot is changing in our community right now. New roads, new schools, and new opportunities. We're growing, and that means there are more cars on our streets than ever before. That's why we're expanding our facilities and services. So no matter what roads lie ahead, you'll always find your way home.
Find your way home in a new 2024 Chevy Silverado with financing as low as 1.9% from McCurley Chevrolet.
Okay, guys, we're all here because US Cellular has an incredible deal. Right now, you can get unlimited data for just $30 a line.
Sorry, just double checking. Is it really that good of a deal?
Yeah, it's a huge deal. On top of that, you also get 4 free phones.
4 free phones! Wow, I just triple checked and that's awesome.
So go get that deal. Or at least help me clip. Do you check the expiration dates?
Oh, I can do that.
Great.
4 free phones plus unlimited data for just $30 a line. No trade-in needed.
It's Ford SUV season. Time to get out there and take on adventure in a whole new way. Let's get going. Get 0 for 72 and $3,000 cash on an Escape or $3,000 on a Mustang Mach-E. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Hello there. Watch live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In entertainment news, fans of Coldplay will soon get an opportunity to experience their live show at home. Here's Rick Damagella with the Hollywood Minute.
Coldplay brings their latest tour to the small screen. The popular band's hit Music of the Spheres World Tour is being released on streaming platform Veeps for those who didn't get a chance to see it in person. Music of the Spheres live at River Plate will become available on May 11th.
Holy. You ever see anything like this? Not like this.
Daisy Edgar-Jones and Glenn Powell take on a new kind of natural disaster. Cyclones get a fiery twist in this new look at the upcoming blockbuster Twisters. Fans of the original film will get a new batch of storm-chasing thrills when the sequel arrives in theaters July 19th. Kate Winslet adds a new honor to her resume. The actress will receive the Cinemerit Award at this year's Munich Film Festival. The Oscar winner will receive the accolade during the European premiere of her latest project, Lee, a biopic about war correspondent and photographer Lee Miller. In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damagella.
All exciting stuff. And coming up on Good Morning Northwest, our very own Austin Reed chats with the head of the Kennewick Irrigation District. Will we see a mandatory watering schedule this summer? And as the planning for the summer travel season gets underway, here are the places you should not go to.
In today's Tech Bites, get ready for more ads on Amazon Prime Video. You will soon see ads whenever you hit pause, unless you pay an extra $3 a month. Other streamers are already doing it, trying to boost revenue. Next, new competition for Google. OpenAI is reportedly developing a search function for ChatGPT. Bloomberg says the experimental search feature could instantly spit out results with citations. Finally, critics are calling Apple's ad for its new ultra-thin iPads soul-crushing. Take a look. We see creative objects being crushed to form the device. Some viewers say it hits the wrong note, especially in this day of artificial intelligence and automation. Those are your Tech Bites. I'm Rhiannon Alley. Have a great day.
I'm your overly competitive brother. I'm ready for a rematch. Game on.
I've been practicing.
What, the cello? You want me to lower the hoop?
Foul.
What, are you gonna tell me again?
Foul?
Yeah.
Foul, bro.
Okay, take a free shot. Go ahead, knock
You're
yourself
about to get served.
Seriously?
Get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem, like me. Love you, Mom.
Wait till your father gets home.
For muscle cramps and spasms, TheraWorks absorbs quickly for relief. So get back at it.
TheraWorks works.
For fast muscle relief, TheraWorks works. Try TheraWorks and get back at it.
Higher shipping rates may be the cost of doing business, but at what cost?
Turn shipping to your advantage with low-cost ground shipping from the United States Postal Service.
Right now on Good Morning Northwest, we talk with the head of the Kennewick Irrigation District, what's new on the job and what he's working on at the district. And the groundbreaking for a much-anticipated water park in Yakima. We'll give you a look at it. And as the busy summer travel season is upon us, there's a list of places that are travel at your own risk. We'll tell you those destinations that you'll want to think twice about. Plus, meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Dalal. The time is 5:30 on Thursday, May 9th. We'll check in now on your forecast with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. Tiffany, what are we seeing out there? I know it's cold right now, but we're supposed to be getting pretty warm today.
We are going to get much warmer than yesterday, so we can say that our warm-up really begins today, and we'll see plenty of sunshine, so make sure you grab the shades before heading out to work on this Thursday. We have lots of sunshine out there out of our Kennewick studio camera here, and it's a gorgeous view on this Thursday morning. The sun already up. Official sunrise this morning is at 5:30, so right about now. Temperatures are on the chilly side. That's what typically happens this time of year. We get these chilly mornings, then very warm afternoons since the air is so dry. 44 in Tri-Cities right now, 44 Walla Walla, 40 in Hermiston and Pendleton, and we're looking at 43 degrees in Yakima. Winds are light. They're going to stay light throughout the day today, so you'll need the jacket and the shades this morning for the evening commute. The shades, you can ditch the jacket and you can open up those windows. But we have even more warmth coming, and what a difference a week is going to make. Last weekend, remember, we saw record rain and highs in the 50s and 60s. That's not going to be the case this weekend. In fact, this weekend, you'll need the AC with highs in the 80s and 90s and plenty of sunshine. So we'll let you know how long the 90s last. And the drought monitor is coming out momentarily. We'll have that latest update and how it compares to last week coming up in a little bit. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. And we are learning more about the man who's now leading the charge for the Kennewick Irrigation District. Our Austin Reed says this comes as a mandatory watering schedule for summer could very well be the case.
Charles Freeman, the former district manager for Kennewick Irrigation District, retired in January of this year after 14 years at the helm.
We talked about water when other folks were talking about politics. Was almost literally born in district housing down there. So water has been my entire life.
That's Shane Leonard. He's now leading the charge for KID. He comes to the Tri-Cities from Arizona with decades of experience in irrigation management.
This is my first water on season, and so I'm getting educated like a lot of our customers are.
Leonard told me on Wednesday that he knows all too well about drought conditions, especially coming from one of the hottest states in America.
And I'm enjoying the fact that it's May and it's not 105 already.
Now, since March, a voluntary watering schedule for residents using KID went into effect. Leonard says during low water years, canals carry less water. If everyone waters their lawns in the morning, it creates a surge in demand that can quickly deplete canal levels. That drop in pressure can also lead to people watering for longer periods to compensate, further straining the system.
But in general, it's an all-hands, darn near 24-hour, 7-day-a-week prep, particularly in the last couple of weeks of March to get ready to receive that water. One of the things that has made that difficult from an operations standpoint has been the uncertainty related to the Bureau of Reclamation's determination about how much water we will actually be receiving once all of the snow melt has stopped and the reservoirs are kind of where they are at.
While a mandatory watering schedule has not been officially announced for this summer, Leonard is expecting it.
At this point, unfortunately, I do. We have had snow and rain in the reservoir systems. Unfortunately, what's occurred this year, as has occurred to similar years, is we got snow, but then it got warm pretty quick.
The new director did tell me he has some new ideas to make things better for both KID customers and employees, from hiring more staff to improving communication to the community.
We'll be communicating. One of the things that we've talked about since I've been here is we haven't always been the best at providing not just communication but information, and so that's what we'll be focusing on.
And back in April, water began filling the main canal, and remember, those are not for swimming. And now to Yakima. When the East Yakima community lost their pool, the city promised to build them a new one. Now, more than 15 years later, they're keeping their promise. Community members packed the groundbreaking ceremony for the new aquatic center. It's a project made possible by the community not giving up. Also to nonprofits, businesses, and government agencies coming together to support it.
Not only because of the inequities that it will address in our community, not only because of the activities for our youth and the elderly up and down our valley that it will provide for our community, but today's project is beautiful because it has brought the community.
It'll feature multiple pools, a vortex, water slide, climbing wall, rope swing, a ninja cross climbing structure, and more. That all sounds so exciting. And now to Pasco. American Airlines is expanding at Tri-Cities Airport just a few months after their first flight from Pasco. So starting September 5th, American will offer 2 daily flights to and from Phoenix. Flights will leave Pasco at 5:25 a.m. and 3 p.m.
Right now there's a lot of issues going on with crew shortages and aircraft shortages. So normally when they come in with more than one flight, but they came in, they wanted to be here, and I was confident we would get second flight sooner rather than later, and it just had to play out. And
it's going to be a busy year for the Tri-Cities Airport. Avelo Airlines just added flights to Sonoma Wine Country this month, and Alaska Airlines is adding flights to LA starting in October, and they just need to add some Dallas flights. And Memorial Day unofficially kicks off the start of summer, and a lot of Americans will be traveling internationally. The State Department issues advisories for each country. Perry Russum tells us what to do if we encounter a difficult situation overseas.
The summer travel season is about to get underway, but before you pack your bags and venture abroad, experts recommend double-checking the travel advisories for your destination. The State Department assigns rankings to each country, ranging from level 1, exercise normal precautions, to level 4, do not travel. Argentina and Australia are level 1, Haiti and Ukraine 4. Mexico, where the bodies of an American and 2 Australians were discovered after being kidnapped during a recent surfing trip, has multiple advisories depending on the region. Baja, the state the tourists were in, is a level 3. Advisories change as circumstances change, sometimes due to global conflicts such as the Israel-Hamas war, natural disasters, or political instability. On May 1st, Germany was upgraded to a level 2 because of concerns about potential terrorist activity. For Americans traveling internationally, the State Department says preparation is key.
Be familiar with where the U.S. consulate or embassy is near you. To enroll in the Smart Traveler Enrollment Program, one of the benefits, besides getting updates about what's happening in the country, security updates and other things, is also it helps the embassy find you in case there's an emergency.
Each traveler is unique, so experts say to assess your individual situation.
What are the risks that are there in that location? What are those risks that are specific to me as an individual or an organization? And what resources could I bring to bear in the event that something does happen?
And check the local laws.
For example, things that are legal here, like cannabis and ammunition, firearms, may not be legal in your destination. In many cases, penalties can be unexpectedly harsh for things that might be minor violations here.
Consider purchasing travel insurance, which includes medical coverage, or even signing up for global assistance programs which offer evacuation insurance and have the capacity to handle complex situations.
Really what comes down to, it's a level of vigilance, awareness. You know, obviously we don't want to exhaust people by having them be afraid of everything, but we do want people to be conscious of what they're doing.
Experts also say to take a picture of your passport, give your family a copy, and keep in touch with people while you're traveling. I know I always like to share my location with my family and my fiance. So keep all those in mind. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, after years of remodeling, it's a brand new place to experience our history. Our very own Riley Fitzgerald takes us on a blast to the past as a historic center is set to reopen this month after being closed for more than 3 years.
For 600 different cigars and 120 fine pipe tobaccos, it's The Educated Cigar. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado, it's The Educated Cigar. For 200 accessories, including dozens of humidors and fine pipes, it's The Educated Cigar. At The Educated Cigar, you can enjoy your favorite adult beverage and food from the on-site bar and restaurant while smoking and viewing the big game. Family owned and operated since 1998, open 7 days a week.
Save now at Buy Mart with our latest savings book. Watch for it in your mailbox or pick up a copy in store. From Mother's Day gifts to spring gardening essentials and more, save now at Buy Mart. Northwest employee owned for 20 years.
I love that my daughter still needs me, but sometimes I can't help due to burning and stabbing pain in my hands. So I use Nervive.
Nervive's clinical dose of ALA reduces nerve discomfort in as little as 7 days.
Now I can help again. Feel the difference with Nervive.
Sometimes Jonah wrestles with falling asleep, so he takes ZzzQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, and wakes up feeling like himself. Get the rest to be your best with non-habit-forming ZzzQuil. Better days start with ZzzQuil nights.
Hello to all our viewers in the Pacific Northwest. This is your special invitation to watch live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now, KView, Channel 42, and CAP, Channel 35.
Welcome to Beaver Valley Lodge, your rustic lodging and event venue in the beautiful Leavenworth, Washington. Experience the great outdoors and enjoy the beauty of the mountains as you stay with us on our 50 acres in the Cascade Foothills. Whether you're joining us for a wedding, retreat, vacation, or family reunion, we're here to make your stay unforgettable. We make it our goal for you to come as a guest, but leave as a friend. Book your stay today at beavervalleylodge.com.
Right now, save big at Meredith Furniture. Buy one recliner and get the second one free. With recliners on sale as low as $5.99 and the second one free. Choose from many different styles and colors. Come into the store for more details. Prices like this won't last forever. Relax in comfort with not just one, but 2 recliners. That's right. You don't want to miss this buy one, get one free event at Meredith Furniture while supplies last. Meredith Furniture on South First and Washington, right next to Hobby Lobby.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brux Night Guard. Now the Brux Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to bruxnightguard.com and order yours today.
This newscast sponsored by Washington State Department of Revenue's Working Families Tax Credit.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In Baker City, Oregon, the National Historic Oregon Trail Interpretive Center is opening back up after years of being closed for renovations. Good Morning Northwest, Riley Fitzgerald brings us right to the top of Flagstaff Hill, where soon the center will be back up and open to the public.
There have been 3 years of renovations. The National Historic Oregon Trail Interpretive Center may look different than you remember.
Brand new is going to be the roof, the windows, and the doors, right? The unsexy home ownership, that's what I say. We want to take care of the facility so everything inside can be protected.
Heading into the National Historic Oregon Trail Interpretive Center, it's a blast into the past.
As soon as you walk down this gallery, you are getting a snapshot of what the newcomers into Oregon, as well as the Native American tribes, would have seen in the 1840s and the 1860s, where this is the terrain. This is what you're going through. And we've been able to actually preserve that here on site, where you're still getting that dynamic view of our wonderful Elkhorn Range, which is part of the Blue Mountains.
When they got to this point, when they came up Flagstaff Hill with the wagons, it would have been in August or September. They would have been incredibly footsore. They would have been ill. They would have, and they got up here and they saw the Blue Mountains. And they'd been told that when they saw the Blue Mountains, they were in Oregon. And this is the point where I think hope started for those early pioneers. And this museum just beautifully weaves you through that sort of from the Oregon perspective.
Specifically towards the end, we get to the settlement of Oregon Territory, and we get to talk about Baker history and what it means for us to be here in Baker County.
Behind-the-scenes work in 2020 at the Interpretive Center closed the site down for renovations that then bled into COVID. Construction officially started in March 2022. The closure caused a notable effect on the Baker community, leaving many eager for the National Historic Oregon Trail Interpretive Center to open its doors back up.
It was like everybody was sort of like, oh, it'll be fine. It'll be okay, right? And then all of a sudden, I hate to say, our cash registers down on Main Street kind of got a little quiet, right? And then it was like the number of small business owners that would say, oh man, I didn't realize how much we'd missed the Interpretive Center until it's closed. And we're projecting about 29,000 people are going to come to Baker City during about 6 weeks this summer. And so what it does to the local economy is pretty profound.
Now that the center, showcasing the gateway into Oregon from the 1800s, is just about open, the staff is ready to bring tourism back into the community and bring people back onto the Oregon Trail.
Staff is planning for the Interpretive Center to open back up on Friday, May 24th. Reporting in Baker City, Riley Fitzgerald, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Riley. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your first alert full forecast. She'll let you know what temperature will be hitting today. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
Derek.
Meredith.
So who wants to make history?
On behalf of STCU, we want to present you with this $1,000 check. Joe McDonald volunteered at the Pasco Aviation Museum, and although he is gone, his dedication lives on.
To nominate someone, click on Volunteers Count at applevalleynewsnow.com.
Everyone deserves the fastest, most reliable internet speeds, regardless of where they live. That's why Spectrum offers the fastest speeds in more neighborhoods than any other provider. So switch to Spectrum and get a powerful network that connects nearly 500 million devices.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month with free modem, no data caps, and no contracts. Plus, save with our 2-year price guarantee when you level up to a gig. Call 1-855-735-1336 or scan to call.
With Spectrum Internet, you can power all of your devices to enjoy streaming, video chatting, and gaming with the most reliable internet speeds. Get a powerful network that millions of customers rely on. I rely on Spectrum Internet. You should too.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month with 99.9% network reliability, no added taxes or hidden fees, and no contracts. Plus, save with our 2-year price guarantee. Call 1-855-735-1336.
Call now.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through June 30th, receive rebates up to $1,950 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
Bad sleep?
The worst.
There's really no excuse for bad sleep during the Memorial Day Super Sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Get $100 off every $1,000 you spend and watch the savings stack up. Or check out the Summit Easy on the Wallet for only $299.99. Save up to $200 on our Doctor's Choice lineup, plus 6 years no interest and free shipping. The Memorial Day Super Sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
Oh my gosh, wow. Who am I?
Wow, is that really me?
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shell clay. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms. Take action with our Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. Try it today for only $14.95 plus get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. I'm sure you remember last weekend when we saw the record rainfall across the Columbia Basin. It was certainly very beneficial, and I do want to update you on our monthly rain totals. And unlike last month, where we were well below average, we are well above average this month, thanks to that rain that we saw last weekend. So Pendleton, we've seen over 2 inches of rain. We're almost 2 inches above average. Walla Walla, 1.6 inches so far this month, and most of that fell last weekend. We're just about an inch above average. Hermiston, almost an inch and a half, and we're about an inch and a quarter above average. Not as much in the Columbia Basin or the Yakima Valley. Tri-Cities, just over a half an inch so far for the month, but that puts us almost a half an inch above average. And in Yakima, only 0.2 of an inch, but we're a few hundredths above the average at this point. Now, the new drought monitor just came out, but I do want to compare it to last week's drought monitor, and unfortunately it really hasn't changed too much. Last week we saw the abnormally dry category, which is the yellow shaded area, making it just to about the eastern portions of the Tri-Cities and Hermiston, also into portions of the Yakima Valley, with a moderate drought into portions of the Kittitas Valley. Now, with that rain, it was certainly beneficial, but not enough, as we're still abnormally dry along the foothills of the Blues and into portions of the Tri-Cities and Hermiston. And we're starting to see some relief across the Cascades. You can see where the moderate drought area has now lessened across that region because we did see some beneficial snow. So that is certainly some good news. Let's take a look at our studio camera in Kennewick. Wall-to-wall sunshine out there. It is a beautiful start to your Thursday. A little bit on the chilly side as expected. 44 in Tri-Cities, 44 Walla Walla, 40 in Pendleton, 43 in Yakima, and 41 degrees in Toppenish. So our warm-up will begin today as this ridge of high pressure starts to build in from the south and west. So we're going to be a good 10, even 12 degrees warmer than where we were yesterday afternoon. Tomorrow, the warming trend continues as this area of high pressure strengthens. Saturday looks to be the warmest day of the week with that high pressure directly overhead, and then we'll start to see a little bit of a cooling trend after that. So highs today, lower 80s for many of us, well above the average high of 75, so enjoy it. Mainly clear, not quite as cold tonight. We drop down into the upper 40s to around 50 degrees. So as our temperatures in the afternoon warm, so do those low temperatures at night. Tomorrow, we're even warmer. We'll put it in the middle 80s for many on your Friday, 86 Tri-Cities, 84 in Prosser, 84 in Yakima, even 80s along the foothills of the Blues finally. And I think we could hit 90 for the first time this week, and I have up Saturday to 92 in Tri-Cities. I think we'll be at 90 for Mother's Day, so a hot Mother's Day. You may want to take mom out for ice cream this weekend. 80 degrees today in Yakima, 85 tomorrow, 90 on Saturday, and then 87 on Mother's Day. Walla Walla, 70s today, but you'll join the 80-degree party tomorrow. 83, 87 Saturday, 85 on Sunday. So not quite as hot as other locations this weekend, but still pretty warm for this time of year. 81 Hermiston today, 85 on Friday, and 90 degrees on Saturday. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. And when we return on Good Morning Northwest, it was a prized toy for many people as a child. How a couple turned their childhood dream into an adult reality. Jeannie Moose has that story next.
You're gonna need a new bumper. Did you say burger, guac, cheese, Santa Fe burger sauce, burger, jalapeno pepper, cheese, burger, cheese, burger, spicy cheese, bacon. Guac, cheese, bacon.
Big burger! Get burger. Your best days of the year start here at Kubota Orange Days. It's the year's biggest selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. Plus the year's best deals like 0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,300 off select compact tractors. Orange goes all day. Sales ending soon. Visit your local dealer today.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
First Alert Weather is our promise, our commitment to you, to keep you and your family safe.
No matter where you live in our part of the Northwest, count on Stacy Lee and Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather.
And we're always on your side.
Next Extra, Taylor takes Paris. Swifties' wildest dreams come true as her Eras tour finally hits Europe. And is she planning a date night with Travis in the city of love? Next Extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I? Wow, is that really me?
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shell clay. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms. Take action with our Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. Try it today for only $14.95 plus get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
With the arrival of spring comes the inevitable return of mosquitoes. But don't worry, for Benton County Mosquito Control is back in action, prepared to limit the seasonal return head-on. As West Nile virus continues to pose a public health concern, it's imperative to take necessary precautions. Ensure your safety by applying repellent and eliminating standing water around your home. Count on Benton County Mosquito Control to be your trusted ally in safeguarding your outdoor enjoyment. Visit our website today to discover more tips to protect your home and family.
No matter what roads lead you home, McCurley Mazda is about to make your journey even better. Whether it's cruising riverside highways, winding vineyard trails, or anywhere else your travels take you, now is the perfect time to upgrade your way home. Visit McCurley and the Pasco Autoplex today for this special offer.
Find your way home in a new 2024 Mazda CX-5 with 0% financing up to 60 months from McCurley Mazda.
The El Diablo Burger is back at Carl's Jr. Habanero, jalapeno poppers, bacon. Give in to your devilish desires.
You don't have to tell me twice.
I figured El Diablo is back for eternity. Only at Carl's Jr.
Big burger! Good burger.
Watch live with Kelly and Mark weekdays at 9.
And we're taking a look at your close to home forecast, and we do have plenty of sunshine out there. Our temperatures are in the 40s, so it's still a little bit on the chilly side across the region. 44 in Tri-Cities, 44 Walla Walla, and 43 in Yakima. So here's what we're expecting today. We're going to be a good bit warmer compared to what we saw yesterday. Remember yesterday we saw 60s and lower 70s. Today we should be in the 80s in many spots. 80 in Yakima, 80 in Toppenish, 74 Cle Elum, and then we're looking at 82 at Hanford, 81 Hermiston, 82 in Tri-Cities, 79 in Prosser, and then we'll finally make it out of the 60s into the mid to upper 70s along the foothills of the Blues, 77 in Dayton, and 78 degrees in Walla Walla with plenty of sunshine. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. Now check this out. Is it a little red wagon? Is it a car? Well, whatever it is, it's completely legal to drive it on the street. And now this unique automotive version of a red radio flyer is up for auction. Jeannie Moose has this thrilling experience.
For sale! Not a station wagon, but a little red wagon that grew into a big red wagon that goes 60 miles an hour. Mileage just over 57,000. Basic interior with 2 seats and a steering wheel made out of a garden cart wheel.
I'll miss it, and I'll miss the fun of driving it. It's just so much fun to take somebody for a ride and seeing people's reactions to you.
Oh my God, it's amazing. I love it.
Other cars sometimes even follow it.
Then we started yelling at our grandma to drive after it.
Hey, you want to sell it?
Now owner Judy Foster does. Her husband built the radio flyer 14 years ago on the chassis of this 1976 Mazda pickup. When Judy's husband recently passed away, she decided it was time to pass on the wagon. It's up for auction at Alaska Premier Auctions. Co-owner Nick Klein says, why buy an expensive Ferrari?
This one will get you more eyeballs than any of those at a fraction of the price.
They're guesstimating $10,000 to $15,000.